We have been played and manipulated from all our politicians in the world. Please share this information. It's a must.
Did you get the documents I sent 3 days ago?
I did actually, and I looked into them, and I'm shocked. I want to talk about it because I wasn't sure what I was reading here. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you start from the first page, what I see now, the United Nations organization, but that's the first, uh, it made an impression because it says the United Nation and not the United Nations as we know it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
basically, the funny thing is, do they sign as one nation? That's the weird thing. Me
exactly.
too. You know.
Yeah, what does it mean?
And they also says Treasury certificate, people of the Philippines. So, and as we scroll further down, it says United Nations Organization. Again, not in plural, nations. It's only one nation.
Nation. Yeah.
And then,
International Court of Justice,
yeah, and then the
International
International
Criminal
Court,
Court,
hmm
everything.
the World
All the
Bank,
all the
financial,
major organizations. Yeah.
yeah. There was actually this information I got it from this guy from California. His name is Mike.
Where did he
He
get
told
it?
he told me he got all this information from an organization called Hellenic Assembly, in which from 2013 they exposed these accounts. And the guy that actually exposed these accounts, his name is Artemis Soras, and the Greek government had him in jail for 28 months, and he just came out about 6 months ago. So that's very, very interesting.
Since
Um,
2013.
my, yeah, 2013, he exposed these accounts, and this organization is trying to expose and tell, I guess, the Greek people that they have money, and not only the Greek people, all over the world,
Yeah, that's
and that's what
amazing.
basically, yeah. I'm gonna look into that, but did you see all the banks that are?
That's the thing you can see in this document. Just to say a few words for the people who have no idea, because like I did, I had no idea until 3 days ago. And in here you can see every country, almost every country, I think, on Earth, hundreds of countries, and in their bank accounts, national banks and other private banks, they have huge amounts of money. And I'm talking huge amounts of money with so many zeros you can't count. It's trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's
It,
deposited into every country.
hmm And Mike actually told me from where these accounts come from. In 1944, there was the Bretton Woods Conference in which 44 countries came together. They created the IMF, the World Bank, and all these task force,
Yeah,
and all these organizations that are supposed to be there.
and work for the
Yeah,
benefit of the people. And
yeah, work
actually,
for the.
this Bretton Woods Agreement took place in 1944, and I was thinking that in 1944 there was a war, and in Europe it was really bad for the people. Everyone was in poverty. People were starving. They were dying of
Mhm.
famine. And then you have the treasurers traveling from Europe, going to America and signing these things and depositing huge amounts of money and gold.
Yeah,
And it makes you think if they had all this wealth, why was Europe dying from poverty? It
yeah,
doesn't make sense. Where did they get all that money?
yeah. And as you see, the first it starts alphabetical order. Central Bank of Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Angola,
All these
and,
countries that we think are so poor. I
yeah,
just can't believe it.
Argentina. Yeah. And all this money came down in 1967. Sometimes I think
Mm.
about, this number, 1967, gives me, other things to think. Also with JFK, there's a lot of conspiracy
Yeah,
out there, but if you put things together, it kind of makes sense because why maybe they killed JFK. There's a lot of things to consider in our mind because there's a lot
of
of things
course, it
going
makes you
on,
think.
for years.
Yeah, because all these things that we knew were happening, that were in the
Hmm.
light, weren't making sense. But when you see this, you're thinking there's more to what we can than what is presented to us.
And
There's so much more.
honestly, Deborah, you know what gives me the chills? Remember when
Yeah.
JFK said we are run by secret societies? This hits it right here,
That's right, exactly.
because
And you
you
can
have
see
all
that.
these organizations. You know, so what's the secret? You know, why?
What's the secret, and why aren't the governments using
Why
this?
is? Uh-huh. Look, as you
Yeah,
see, Germany. Look. You see, because I'm trying to share screen. Deutsche Bank. Look, it keeps on going with trillions of dollars. You know, Germany,
yeah, and
Germany.
it's not only about the poor countries, it's about every country because every country is in debt right now. Every
Hmm.
country is in debt. How can they be in debt if this money really exists in those accounts?
And right now, which we're going through hard times with the whole pandemic. I'm gonna
Yeah,
call it pandemic. They could call it a pandemic. I'm gonna call it pandemic because to me, something where there's something is going on with that too. But there's something
definitely.
very
And they're
yeah.
not even using this money for that because you have now, all countries are paying benefits to their people to stay indoors and whatever,
Hmm.
and they're saying they're in deficit now because of all the money they had to spend.
Yeah.
What about this? Yeah, someone's
You know,
lying to us.
there's a page. I'm gonna find it right now. There's a page that you probably saw it. Look at this. Look at this. Central Bank of Switzerland. It has 27 zeros. 20. This is just
57.
one account.
Yeah,
27 zeros.
we can't even fathom, we can't even wrap our minds around these numbers.
Yeah.
And it's in gold, as you said, it's in gold. So it never loses its value because someone might say that, it was done in 1944 and
Yeah.
1967 came up to light. But yeah, but this is in gold. It never loses its value.
Of course. Of course. And something else too that we have to tell everybody here. It's all the signatures of the task force, all the agencies, organizations that are involved, politicians. They're all here. If you
Every
scroll down, you can see
official
from
organization, yes,
mhm, every official politician.
yes, and international justice.
Yeah.
Why is this hidden from the people? I mean, I've never heard of it before. Had you?
No, no, no. Honestly, I'm telling you, Mike just sent me these documents. I was mind blown. I was bugging out. I called him back again. He told me more details on where these
Yeah.
documents came out. And I send you this information as I
Yeah.
send to other people
And this
too.
is these are the balances in 2007,
Hmm.
which is 14 years ago. So I imagine these amounts are even greater now. They're even larger now, so
Yeah.
many years later. Yeah.
He basically told me, Mike, that he has some other documents in which it's right now they just signed it's infinity.
Wow.
They have no number. Yeah,
You can't
they
even
have no
put the,
number.
the numbers down.
No, they can't
Wow.
put the
That's
numbers. Yeah.
amazing. I wonder
So
what the people can do about this. Can't we just, take these documents and go to our local politicians and ask the question, what is this about? Is it possible that they don't know about it? If they're being signed every year, the balances are being signed every year in every country's parliament. So every official should know about it.
this is something where we, the people, have to start coming out and asking our politicians, what's going on?
That's,
What are these? You know?
maybe we need
Ima-
to
ima-
share under this video, maybe share the documents and get the people to have a read through them
yeah.
and go
Yeah.
ask the question because it's about our lives.
Yeah. Of
Everyone's
course.
suffering, and you see all this, and it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like this. If all this money is in there, we need to get some answers.
Of course, yeah. You know what? Another thing that I'm thinking of doing is getting in contact again with Mike, making like a three-way, and also getting involved with down there with the organization. And they probably have more information that they could give us, at least for here, United States, and also Australia. Maybe they have more details. Because you live in Australia, you have to let your people know what's going on, to all the
Exactly.
Australians and me
Exactly.
here in the United States, I have to tell everybody. I live down here in Texas right now. I gotta let the people know in Texas, hey guys, look what's going on. And these
Yeah.
documents right here, it's George Bush. It's George W. Bush that signs these documents when he was the president. So, I mean, we gotta get this, spread it out.
And no politician has ever talked about these things. Nobody in no country. And it's not only about Texas or Sydney where I am, but you see all these immigrants. People are leaving their countries to go find a better future, and they shouldn't really be doing that because they already have wealth in their countries.
Uh-huh.
So why would the leaders be doing this? Why would they be hiding all this information? Why aren't they
Deborah,
working
look,
with their people? This is amazing. I can't believe it.
South Africa. Look at this. Somalia, Solomon Islands,
Somalia.
Slovenia,
Wow.
China. The funny thing is China's in this too. Everybody, all the 198 countries. This is unbelievable. This is crazy.
They
This
all
is
came
freaking crazy.
together and they all agreed on this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they
And we
never
still have,
agreed.
it's amazing. Yeah.
You know what? From what it seems is they never agreed on being there for the people, only for
No,
for their pockets. My understanding is.
obviously not, because this
Yeah.
is amazing. Like, we're talking about enormous amounts of wealth in here, and if you take a look around the world, everyone is suffering at the moment.
Yeah. New
And
Zealand,
we
look
have
at this.
leaders, these politicians, and they're just talking about debt all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Deborah, it was a pleasure talking to you. I'm gonna get in contact with Mike and try to get somebody from that organization to get in contact with us and have like a four-way chat and getting
Oh,
some more
that'll be great.
information to
Yeah,
give
that'll be
all
great.
the people out there.
And
And the
thanks
only
for
thing we
sharing
can,
this
yeah, of
information with me.
course,
And yeah, and uh, feel free to just share anything else that comes to you with me, and we definitely need to talk about it more and get the information out there.
of course, Deborah. It was a pleasure talking. Okay,
Yeah, you too, Kevin.
have a great
Take
have a great night. Have a great night.
care. Bye.
Bye bye.